Leo, thank you for joining us today. This is a general reading, a love reading, and a financial reading. Now, as we get into things, I'm just going to point out that this is my own interpretation, so do take the information that resonates with you, and if there's any information that may not resonate with you, just do leave that for someone else as it will benefit them. Now, I will just point out that you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light. I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos, so do check those out. Now, do stick with us as there is definitely a message here for you. Now, we do see that a card has fallen and jumped out of the pile for us, so that looks like it'll be our general reading for today. I do see that there will be something ending and something beginning. Let's keep an eye on that as we do go forward with our reading today. Although this does look like it may be an ominous card, it's definitely not. It's often a positive card that something is going to end and that something will be growing from the ashes. Now, let's get right into the love reading here. So, whoa, a bunch of cards fell out. I'll just have to actually put those back into the pile. Okay, so let's get into the love reading here. Okay, looks like you have been open recently, that you felt like there's been lots to have and lots to be had, that there have been people reaching out to you maybe for a new situation, new love, but these weren't the person you were looking for. That although you've had many people interested, or a couple of people who have actually reached out and tried to start something with you, that they're not the person you're looking for, that you're looking for a person in particular, and that person just you feel like hasn't been acknowledging you the way that you've wanted to be. Now, I do see that will lead us into some forward momentum, that although those situations have arisen and that you found that person that you're looking for, interested in, hasn't reached out, that there's something still to be had, that there's great potential there in that person that you have your eyes on. Now, for some of you that are in a relationship, I do see that this will just mean that maybe that person hasn't really been engaging the way that you were hoping for, hasn't been engaging the same way that you have, that you've been kind of pushing them to spend time with you, or pushing them to really chat and really experience things with you. Now, I do see that there is great potential in you, that you are a vulnerable and comfortable person, and that you can be talked to by virtually anybody, that honestly you do have a strong and open mindset and personality, that honestly you do have places to go, and honestly you have places to be as well, that life isn't there just for one person, and you know that the right person at the right place at the right time is often a necessity. That for you believe that things don't just happen to happen. They happen for a reason, or they happen as part of a larger picture. I see that this will lead you into a phenomenal sense of forward progression, that for some this may be a brand new relationship, for some this will be an established friendship or an established relationship that's really going to drive forward and be built up faster than you had before. That there is going to be honestly some very fast progression and very fast movement, and that it'll be very exciting time for you. That this is something that you have been experiencing I have been excited about, have been looking forward to, and that there's strong forward momentum. That there will be a lot of emotional change, And there will be some passion involved as well. So I do see that there is a strong sense of movement coming to you in the near future. For some of you, I do see that there is an ex who has scenarios and situations that have happened recently with you. Maybe you just recently broke up, or maybe this is somebody that has kind of been on and off. That I do see something progressing, something happening soon in terms of what's next. Now let's get right into the next step here, into that financial life. Now we will of course want to keep in mind that general reading that we had, that there's something going to finish and something is going to build up from that. That in this kind of situation, that maybe some of you recently had a breakup, and that maybe there's going to be a quick progression back into that same relationship with that same person. So I do see great things and great movement in those love lives. So let's get right into this financial side now. I see that in the recent past, that there's been somebody and some kind of situation for you that's really been a negative, that you felt really hurt by something that's happened recently, and that it's really been plaguing you, that it's one of those worst fear situations that's come up, and I see that there have been problems arising from this. That this worst fear kind of situation that's come up for you is really plaguing your financial life. Let's keep that in mind, just because I'd like to get the bigger picture here. In fact, let's actually look a little bit further into this. Okay, it looks like this has been a worst case scenario for you recently. For some of you, it looks like you have lost work. And for some of you, this is a really tough time during your work. Maybe you had a conversation with a boss that wasn't so positive. Maybe, like I said, maybe you've lost work. Maybe you've been laid off. Maybe you just aren't satisfied at your work. That there is going to be change. That there has been a big impact on the current set of situations that you have. That something's changing. Something's going to happen to progress things. Now, let's look into the present. I do see that there is a relationship blooming, not in a love side of things, but there's some kind of relationship that is leading you to new choices and new opportunities. For some of you, this will mean that maybe this is a business relationship that you had at your old work, or a scenario, a person that you spoke with casually about something, about some kind of business that you're interested in, and now is the time to get that started. I see that there is going to be some karmic change. There's going to be some karmic movement, and honestly, that things are going to be really moving for you. That although there has been some financial troubles and some big changes recently, that there's also some big places for you to go. That when you make these choices that are coming, that there will be something in it for you that is huge, and that I see great potential in the future. Now, I do see you keeping aware of that and keeping aware of the past as well. So I see happiness in your future. Okay, this does bring us to the end of that reading here. I will, of course, just point out that you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light. I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos, so do stay tuned. I look forward to seeing you there.